Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. That was very cold. Hi everyone.
Welcome to my YouTube channel.
Um, but yeah, I hope you guys are doing okay. Still doing okay. Yeah, God's still good, so I'm still good. Yeah, I've just been thinking. I'm always thinking of how my speech is so bad, and by that I mean I don't know how to speak in a very organized manner. Like, I don't know how to articulate my words to sound straightforward. I don't know how to be straightforward because even now I'm struggling trying to explain. But yeah, like I don't know. I try to think and find the reason why I'm like this, you know? And what I can think of is just, of course, just looking back, guys, I do psychology. I psychoanalyze myself, and yeah, I try to just understand myself, understand why I'm the way I am, and why I lack in certain areas, or just why I behave the way I do. And so I try and look back to how I grew up, or just the environment that I grew up in, and all that, to try and understand why I'm like this. And honestly, since I've been trying to understand why I can't really speak very clearly, like in a clear, short way, like to use my words properly. You guys understand, right? You understand? Yeah. So that, yeah, why? So when I think about it, I'm like, you know, I grew up as the shy kid. Okay. I grew up as a very shy person. I still kind of am, but I'm a lot better now. But yeah, I grew up very shy, and last year, I had a conversation with myself. Also, I was just thinking and understanding, and I think God was just teaching me that, because for the longest time, see, I'm just mixing things up, but I'm gonna try and be clear, guys. So I grew up as a shy kid, right? And last year I was thinking, trying to understand why I'm shy, and really the reason why I don't like being in front of people, like a lot of people, or I don't like people listening to me. Like I don't have that confidence to just speak in front of people, and trying to understand the reason behind all of that. Yeah, well, um, because I learned that being shy is not something that you can say, no, I was born with it. I'm just like this. God made me like that. No, God never ever made a human being to be shy, because also when you're shy, you end up not doing a lot of things, not saying a lot of things, because you're shy, and that's not how God wants you to be. So he wouldn't make you to be that person. Yeah, so I'm like, okay, then why am I like this? What caused me to be like this? And I look back and I'm like, I was shy because I didn't have confidence. I didn't feel like I was beautiful enough to stand in front of people and have people look at me. I just didn't feel like having people's eyes on me, because I'm just like, I just don't feel pretty enough for them to just stare at me, and also I felt like if I was to be in front of people, they'd probably judge me and just look at my imperfections and all that. That was just in my head, and that's just what I thought. And so I didn't want to be around a lot of people. I didn't want to be in front of people. I didn't want to address anything to anyone and all of that. So I didn't have confidence in it, so I didn't want to be in front of people. I didn't want to talk to people like a lot of people. Yeah, but I didn't have that confidence, and so I didn't, and so I just kept a lot of things to myself. also some ways, some encounters with people have made me feel like, when you've been shut out, sort of like when you try to speak and then someone doesn't validate what you're saying, or not necessarily validate it, but like they just don't care about it. Like because I used, actually looking back, I used to be very expressive. Like I used to be that person. If you hurt me, I'm gonna sit you down and I'll tell you, I don't like it when you do this, when you say this. It hurts my feelings. I'm that person. Yeah, but I've always been like that because I can't keep things to myself. If I keep something to myself that hurts me, I know dealing with it and forgiving and not letting that affect me is gonna be hard, because I'm gonna constantly think about it and you're gonna do it again, and then I'm gonna be mad. Excuse me, that I should have told you, because then now it's happening again, and and all of that. So I just talk and tell you when you do something that I don't like. But then I did that, and it was like the person just, some people just never really take that seriously. They don't seem to care because they'll do it anyways. And so I hated that. And also, some people say things. I feel like when we were in high school, or just, yeah, high school for me, some people will say, someone might say something to you that is hurtful, but they might not recognize how deep it is for you, but you take it and you just kind of internalize it, and it affects your confidence, it affects how you look at yourself, because I feel like also at that time I was pretty fragile. I've always been soft, and imagine now I'm already not a very confident person, and you have someone say things to you that hurt your confidence, it hurts your feelings, and you tell them, they don't seem to care and they continue anyways, and you get to a point, and I continued being expressive like that, and you meet some other people who just don't really pay much attention to your feelings. It hurts to have people that you call friends, or someone that you call a friend, but doesn't seem to care about how you feel. Even when you actually try to talk, they don't ask you, right? Sharp, but you try to talk anyways, and they just don't seem to pay much attention to what you have to say. Or you're being called dramatic. Oh gosh. Or you're being called dramatic because, like I said, I'm a very sensitive person. Small things affect me, and I someone might think I'm dramatic, or I'm being dramatic, but really I'm not, because I'm genuinely stressing about something, or it really does hurt my feelings. I'm not being dramatic about it, but I've been called dramatic to a point where I was like, okay, you know what? Let me not just say it. Let me not talk that much, unless now I am the one invalidating my own feelings, because I'm like, nah, Zama, this is not it. You don't have to really talk about this, it's nothing, you're exaggerating, sort of thing. Now I'm invalidating my own feelings because they've been invalidated, and I just, and so I just kind of, I feel like when I got to university, also, friendships for me have been quite, it's been quite interesting, honestly. But I just feel like some relationship and encounters that I had in high school they did affect my way of speaking. And now let me make it make sense. I had those encounters, right, in high school with certain people who made me feel like, just, you're being dramatic, or you talk but you say whatever you want to say, I'm not gonna listen, or just, I don't care, sort of thing. And so I just, when I am talking, when I'm explaining something to someone, I try by all means to speak fast. I rush myself, because I put that I have that thing in my head that's like, okay, before they get bored of me speaking, to just make this short, let's just try and hurry up, and just, because I think I'm slow. Like if I'm gonna talk or try and express myself, I'm slow in terms of I'll pause and try find a word and try to like construct a sentence that will make sense to you, but it means I'm gonna have to pause and think as I'm doing right now. But then I don't do that. But then naturally I'm like that, right? But when I'm talking to some people, because I've noticed I'm like that, I try to not have so much pauses because I'm like, I don't want to bother them. I don't want to waste their time. Because in my head, I'm like, they probably just don't, they're not interested maybe, or I'm annoying them, or I'm just bothering them, or I'm wasting their time. Because I have that thing in my head, then I try to rush myself. I put that pressure to try and just speak fast. And when I do that, that's when I murmur and mumble and just waste even more time, because then I'm gonna end up saying a lot of things because I'm rushing myself. I don't take that time to just construct a sentence and say one sentence that makes sense. I would end up saying a lot of things trying to explain one simple thing because I'm rushing myself in my head. Because the reason why I do that is because I'm like, I don't wanna waste your time. I don't wanna be annoying. I don't wanna bother. I genuinely don't like bothering people. Like I don't like bothering people, and I think I've said this on my status that I'm one person who loves helping people, and I genuinely enjoy helping people. Like I love helping people, but I find it hard to ask for help, and it's not out of pride, but it's just out of that thing, Guti. I don't want to bother a person. Like I know if someone asks me for help, I don't feel bothered, but some people might feel bothered. So I'm like, I don't know how they're gonna feel about it. So I don't want to bother them. I don't want to be a nuisance to them. So I just find it hard to ask for help. And I think, yeah, I hope I made sense. But yeah, man, that's just a realization that I've came across, Uti. That's part of the reason why I am this bad at explaining stuff, or just because there are people who really like people who are really good at talking with words. Like they know how to use their words. They know how to articulate them to like make say less, but then make sense still. And I don't know how to do that, and it's just it sucks. It really does, and it makes opening up and expressing yourself to other people very hard, because you're like, I need you to be patient with me. If you genuinely want to get what's in my head, you're gonna need to be patient and just make me feel like. Also, a reason why when someone asks you how are you, I mean, like, I'm good, you know. Like for me, it takes a lot for some, not necessarily a lot, but I need someone to ask me. If you genuinely wanna know how I'm feeling and what's happening in my head and where I am emotionally, you're gonna need to ask me in a way that's gonna convince me that you genuinely want to know and you're willing to listen. Because some people may ask you how are you just because it's a random question that we ask each other, randomly, and that's just that, not really because they're genuinely interested in knowing what you're thinking or how you're doing. Yeah, boss. So if, say, person A comes to me and like, how are you? My response is gonna be, I'm good. How are you doing? Then person B comes and they're like, hey, how are you? How are you doing? What's on your mind? You know, how's everything going? Like we haven't talked, and I wanna get to know where you are, emotionally and all of that. I'll probably then open up to person B and be like, so, and then open up. So I guess the best way to kind of get me to be comfortable to talk about how I'm generally feeling and what's been on my head is if you ask me questions like, how's school? How's life? How are you doing with this? Like, sort of thing. Like, yeah, but I can't put that pressure on people. You know, I can't put that pressure on people. I can't expect people to do that. But I'm just saying that's just how, I'm just if someone asks me, you know, like that, it's easier for me to open up and actually tell them. But if they're just like, how are you? I'm probably just going to say, gosh, I am probably just going to say I'm okay. Yeah. But anyways, that's all I had to say. That's all I had to say. Yeah. Stay tuned to, I don't know what this is, but yeah, stay tuned to me psychoanalyzing myself and studying myself, basically, which is, yeah. Anyways, good night, everyone. I love you, God loves you, and remember to stay prayed up. I hope you guys are actually good, and if you guys have anything to say on this, please comment. Please comment, okay? I want to hear from you guys. Genuinely, I want to talk to you guys. So yeah, have a great night if you're watching this at night, and if you're watching it during the day, have a great day. I hope you're good. Bye.